26th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
All right. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning.
Welcome back, Lou.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Let's see, where are we holding over here today?
We got up to the Mishnah. Hooray!
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, so let's go from the Mishnah then. Okay. So, Alan, would you like to read the Mishnah on 12a? Right in the middle of the page.
12A2.
Oh, Alan, you got a red mic.
Yeah.
Okay, back.
Okay, good.
All right. The Gemora discusses the first ruling of the Mishnah. Omar Shmuel, Bipanei Moa, Omru.
The Mishnah, Alan.
No, the Mishnah.
Metzias beno ubito.
The beginning. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. The Mishnah. Hamitzas beno uvato hakanim. The find of one's minor son or daughter. Mitzias avado v'shiva koso hakanoim. The find of one's Gentile slave, male or female, Matzias Ishato, and the find of one's wife, Hare Lu Shalo, these belong to him. Mitzvahs Beno Uvto Hagadolo Hagolim, the find of one son or daughter who is of age, Mitzias Avado Vishif Koso or Rim, the find of one's Hebrew servant or maidservant, Mitzas Ishato Shege Shor Af Al P Shalom Nosan Kasuvor, and the find of one's wife whom he divorced, although he has not yet paid her consumer or hare a low shall hen, these belong to them.
Okay. We have any Rashi? Metzias beno bito aktanim.
Matsito, the find, Kagon, that's Beno, his son, Ubito, and his daughter, Haktani, that are minors. Beno Katan, the son is a minor. And the Gemora Mefresh, the Gemora will explain at my time what the reason will be. Bitu Hakatana, the daughter that's a minor, Kib Bi Bikatuvos is written, Daf Mem Hey. Even we would learn La may cry from a pasuk. The katana about a katana young girl, the af nara, and even a nara which is older. The nara is I guess 12 as a nearing age as opposed to below age, which was a katana. Call shevach, all of her benefit, urea of her, so to speak, youth of her things, la aba goes to her father. So Rashi is adding the nara on also in addition to the katana, the later stage.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Okay.
go to the next brush. Or you ready? Not ready yet.
We read that as well, I think, no?
Yeah, we read it. We read all the way up to the Gemara. You could see there's Mishnah and then there's a Gemara.
Oh, we read the whole Mishnah. He read the whole Mishnah.
Okay. We read the whole Mishnah. So the next part of the Mishnah is the Metzia of his servant.
Oh, maybe Lou will read this one then.
Okay, want to read it, Lou?
Okay. Mitzias Avdo, is that the one?
Yeah.
Ushefachto the ha nis shalo. So these are the finds of his servant and his shefachto, his female servant.
Yeah, shifcha. Yeah, the female servant
Is
Shivkoso, right?
that they are Canaanite servants. Those belong to him. Shahare Gufo Kanui Lo Olamis Did Kasiv in Vayikra Viha Tinachalachas Tinachlas. So it says we see that the text of the acquisition to him in the world.
I'm having problems with reception. Maybe I'm going to go to the closer to the router.
Oh, sorry. This kid Kasiv, as it is written in Vayikra, the nach lasam. I don't know. You know what that is, Phil?
Nachlatam, and it's like Nachlatam is like his. It has to do with inheritance, so to speak. It's his nachla. He gets it. It's his thing.
His heir.
It's his. It's he like. It's like you inherit along. They don't disappear. The slaves. The Canaanite slaves, either male or female. If the father passes away, they're part of the inheritances. In Nachla is inheritance, basically.
Inheritance.
We claim that that's what Yisrael is an inheritance of us. It's our Nachla from that Hashem gave us.
Okay.
That's why.
Rashi is telling us that
He's giving you the source why he keeps it, because they're like him, they're like his property, so to speak. So whatever they find belongs to him. They don't belong to them. It doesn't belong to the servant. It belongs to him. So he's giving you the basis where it says in Vayikra that says why it belongs to him. He's explaining the reason for the Mishnah, the pasuk that explains the Mishnah.
Okay, so
what we said, Rabbi, is that this Rashi is explaining why the Canaanite slaves forfeit their right to the find.
The find just goes to the master.
It's because they are the property, and they are the inheritance of the master.
right there, right. That's what Rashi says. Shere gufo ekonoi lo. The goof of this Eved Kanani is acquired to his master. Olamit, forever. Forever. In other words, even if the master passes away, so what happens to the Eved then? Does he go free? No. He goes as a Yerusha to the heirs of the master. That's the din of Eved Kanani. Gufoi konoi. So therefore Rashi says that since he himself, the Eved Kanani, he doesn't even, he's owned by the master. So if the Eved Kanani finds something, so that will explain why what the Eved Kanani finds goes to the master, because the Eved Kanani doesn't have a ability to really acquire anything for himself, which is not already going to get acquired by the master. It's sort of like he's like an extended hand of the master. So whatever he acquires, the master acquires. And the source for this that is from this pasuk V'is nachaltem, the Rashi quotes in Vayikra Chav Hey. On that pasuk V'is nachaltem, we see that the Eved Kanani is gufoi konoi, to the master. I got a Gos V'Tziyunim, a note over here by the word gufoi. They want to say gufon. Oh, all of them. Right. Whether it's a male, whether it's a female, all of them, their goof is konoi to the master. So shouldn't be lashon yochid, it should be lashon rabim, gufon. Okay. Oh, now what about what one's wife finds?
That's the next Rashi. Next Rashi was the wife. So the wife is an independent person. So they get it. Let's see why Rashi explains they get it. Metzia ishto, the find of his wife. It says the Rabbanan, the rabbis made it to the Kana way about that. Mishum Ava. Now, Ava is enmity, bad relations. So I guess you're going to get her all upset if you take over her finds.
No, just the opposite.
What?
The husband's going to get upset if we leave the din on the din deraisa that the woman, what she finds belongs to her.
It does belong to her.
No. What's the Mishnah say? What does the Mishnah say?
Oh, but the Mishnah is talking. No, the Mishnah first of all only talks about one that's the divorcing one, not just an ishto. It's an ishto shemigareset. That's what the Mishnah talks about, not just a general isha. The isha, the find of a wife, the divorce, the ex-wife. That's what we're talking about. Not the wife. The ex-wife.
No, the ratio of the Mishnah.
Where's an ex-wife?
Oh, yeah, there is. Right. Time out.
The ex-wife is in the Sefer, Rabbi.
Okay, right. Okay, that's the Sefer. Okay, so in the Reisha, you're right. In the Reisha, it still does belong to him. She is like his hand. Okay.
So Chazal said that even though Mina Torah, what a woman finds should belong to her, right? Because she's not her goof is not konoi to her husband like an Eved. She's not like an Eved. What she has a hand herself to acquire. So what she finds should be hers. So that would be the din mina Torah. But the Chazal came in and they said no, they don't want that the wife should. We don't want to leave it with that the wife acquires it. We want to make that whatever she finds will belong to the husband. Why? Because of Ava. Who's Ava? The Ava of the husband. The enmity of the husband. The husband is going to. Why should the husband feel enmity if the wife would find something and we would leave it on the din deraisa that she could keep it for herself?
On 12A2, the last line, the next to last line, a wife's fine belongs to her husband by rabbinic fiat. The rabbis enacted this law in order to remove a potential source of marital conflict. But that's Rashi.
Okay, that's all they say. All right. But it's clear that the enmity is going to be the feeling of the husband towards the wife. And since we don't want that, of course, we want there to be shalom between them. So therefore we said that these fines should belong to the husband. The question is, what's the enmity? Why would the husband feel an enmity? So so Rashi doesn't get into it, and the Art Scroll doesn't say anything about it. They're pretty silent, so I'm not going to say anything either. So let's go weiter.
Okay, well, we got more Rashis here. We're not finished with the Rashi.
Yes, Avdov Shivchaso Ha'ivrim. Yeah. So whose turn is it to read Rashi now?
I just did the Metzios Ishto. Okay, so now Lou's got the last Rashi on this one.
Okay, Lou.
Let's see, where are we? Metzios Avdo Vishifchatso Ha'ivrim. So this is the finder of a Hebrew servant,
right?
Yeah.
The Gemora Parich Lo Haya Ella Poel de Amrinan La'ayil Daf Yud. Mitziaso Lebal Habayis. So let's see. It says that in the Gemora, what's parich?
Asks like asking a question.
Gemara asks, is it only a worker?
Yeah.
It's talking about above,
Mm-hmm.
and the find it belongs to the balabayas. I don't get it.
Well, if a worker finds something, he's working, and he finds something, he's doing the work for the what he's like a worker doing it for the balabayas. If he's doing it for the balabayas, who would it belong to? He's working under the guise of the balabayas.
So in other words, it's if the slave is not working, that he does acquire it.
Is the slave a worker or not a worker for the balabayas? That's the question. Is he doing work for him, or is he doing work for himself, or is he doing work for the balabayas? That's what the question.
Does a slave do work for himself?
He's I don't think he's doing it for himself. I think he's working. That's part of him being he's not actually a slave. He's actually a worker. And the ivri is somebody, when you call somebody an Eved Ivri, you're talking about somebody who is like, in, so to speak, servitude to pay off his debt. Not that he's really, an owned slave. He's just working for the master to pay off his debt.
Okay, so what's the din exactly over here? Metzias abdo v'shivchaso ha'ibrim. If a male or female Hebrew servant finds something, to whom does the article belong? Does it belong to the balabayas, or who does it belong to? What's the din?
Balabayas. No. It belongs to him.
The Mishnah says, "Harei elu shelo." It belongs to Eved. Belongs to the Eved, right? So Rashi, in his comment over here, Rashi is saying that the Gemora is going to ask a question on this din. Why is it that this find of the Hebrew slave is going to belong to the Hebrew slave? Why not? Because Rashi says, the Gemara asks, "Lo yehei ela poel." This Hebrew servant, he's no more than a poel. He's got a status. His status is like that of a poel, of a day worker. When a day and the Damrin and La'el that we already said above on Daf Yud, Mitziato L'Balabayas. When you got a day worker that he's working for you for that day, and he finds something, we said on Daf Yud that belongs to the Balabayas. So that's the Rashi's previewing a question that the Gemora is going to ask. The Gemora is going to question, why is this din in the Mishnah that the Hebrew slave, that what he finds will belong to himself? He's judged as a poel, as a day worker, and as such, the din of a day worker is that what a day worker finds, it belongs to the Balabayas. Okay, but that's the seifa of the Mishnah, talking about the Hebrew slave, and as well, Rashi didn't comment on the next case that the Mishnah comments on, but that's what we were talking about before. Ishto Shagirsha, his wife that he was Megarish. So it's not really his wife anymore. Afal pi Shaloi nosan ksuba, even though he has not yet given her a ksuba, which he owes her, but he has not yet given it, but he has already divorced her. So the din is Hari Elu Shalahen. Okay. Now let's go to the Gemora. Omar Shmuel. Back to Alan.
Yeah. Where do I start now?
Gemora. Beginning of the Gemora. Omar Shmuel.
All right. All right. The Gemara discusses the first ruling of the Mishnah. Omar Shemuel, Mipnei, more, Omro, Metzias, Katan, Laro. Shmuel said, why did the rabbis of the Mishnah say that the find of a minor son belongs to his father? Shiba Shoor, Shemot, Hor, Marisor, Eitzel, or Fulvio, Va'ino, Ma'achar, Beordel. Because when a minor son finds something, he brings it quickly to his father and does not let it tarry in his possession. Therefore, it is presumed that the minor's son intent when picking up the find is to give it to his father. Thus, the father acquires the find. The Gemara points out a seeming contradiction in the teachings of Shemuel. Lemira de Sover Shemuel Katan lay Yor Lene Shay Mira Rasa. This is to say that Shmuel holds that under biblical law, a minor son does not have an independent acquisition. The Kane Hashover S. Hapo Al Yelokate Bano Akare. It was taught in Brisa, if one hired a poor worker to harvest his crop, the worker's son may follow his father and collect it behind him. The Mecca Soa, which low we shore, Lira via low la Kate Beno Akar. Where the worker receives a share of the crop, for example, a half, a third, or a quarter of a crop in exchange for his labor, then his son cannot collect it behind. Rabbi Yosef Omer, then Khan Uvin, Kate Kano Ishto Karor. Rabbi Yossi says in either case, the worker's son or wife can collect it behind him. Omer Shmuel Halovor Karivor Yom Yosef, and Shmuel said the Lachka follows Rabbi Yosef.
Okay. So let's see, we got a Rashi over here. Mipnei ma omru mitzias katan la'aviv. Forget whose turn it is to read the Rashi.
Yes. My turn?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's we're up to Mipnei ma amru mitzias katan la'aviv. Because why do we say the find of a katan belongs to the father? Bishlema it's good with a bito and an ishto, with a daughter and a wife. Time of the reason that's explained. Lav bim komam, not in their lahu, their with their place. The ketuva in the ketuva. Ella Beno, his son, time amai. What will be the reason for it? They're trying to say why we need to ask as a question. The daughter and the wife, there's issues of ketubah, but why would the son have that issue?
So Rashi is bothered by the question, why is the Gemora asking only about the minor son? Why is Shmuel focusing on the find of a minor son? What about his daughter or his wife? So how come he doesn't? How come he didn't put them all together? I guess. So Rashi says because that the bito and the ishto, that's not we're not in wonder about that, because the reason for that is known to anybody who has learned the Gemara in Ksubis, says Rashi. so obviously we're not asking about that, says Rashi, because we all know the Gemara in Ksubis. It explains over there what's the reasoning. Elabano time amai. Oh, but the minor son. Oh, that is a noteworthy question. That we don't have any basis for knowing why that would be. So that's why we're focusing on the question of the minor son. Okay. That's Shmuel's question, in other words. Okay. And then Shmuel gives the answer. What was the answer? Because Shashamotza Maritza Eitzel Aviv Enu Ma'acha Biyado. Because when he finds it, he immediately runs to his father, and he doesn't delay in giving it to him. So what does that have to do with anything? Let's see what Rashi has to say about that. Next, Rashi to the one who didn't read the first Rashi. I already forgot.
Maritza Etzel Aviv.
Yeah.
He runs to his father. Hilchah Magbia L'tzorech Aviv Hagbehem.
Magbia.
Because, or therefore, when he Magbia, I don't know what's Magbia.
He picks it up.
He picked it up.
When he picked, he did it for his father. He picked it up for his father.
Yeah. So Rashi's answering the question that we asked. So what that when he once he finds it, he immediately runs to his father. What does that have to do with anything? Rashi says because we can presume that since that's what he's doing, that's what he's going to do. So we presume that even from the time that he picks it up, he's picking it up in order to that the father should it's for the father. The tzorech aviv higbia. He's picking up for the father. Interesting. In other words, it's not simply that, well, whatever a Katan picks up, a Katan, let's say, maybe you might have thought to say a Katan is like an Evet Kanani. He's like owned by the father. His goof is owned by the father. Whatever he picks up, he's like an extended hand of the father. No. It's not true. It's not true. There's no such a thing. We have to figure out why it is that when he picks up something, we say that it belongs to the father. So that's Shmuel's explanation, because that's the thinking process of the son. That's his natural inclination and act that he's picking up in order to give it to the father, because it's for the father. Okay,
it's time.
It's time.
Yep.
Shkoyach, everybody. All the best.
Thank you, Rob.
Thanks.
Have a good trip, Phil.
Well, I'm going to be here the rest of this week, and I don't know. But Sunday I'll be at the airport. I'm not sure I'm going to get there. Speak to you there or not. That's too time dependent. But I leave Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunday
Okay.
you're traveling. Okay.
For 3 weeks.
Oh wow, a good trip.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay.
All the best.
All right.
Very good. Thanks. Bye-bye.